Visuals and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another edition of Superhero Wednesday, the day of the week we'll have to get damn right down and nerdy. Talk about Funko Pops. His head was meant to just wobble a little bit, but there's too much shit in there. Talk about Lego, Hulk smash. Talk about my feelings and why nobody loves me and can't see me for who I truly am. Of course, do comic book reviews, because this week we have got another. I was trying to do a dramatic reveal there, but I've got too many notes on my thingy. We have our absolute Batman issue 18 comic book review, spoilers and all the shenanigans, where I attempt to tell you my thoughts and opinions of where we are in the story of absolute Batman, and I just fail to do it. Thomas, you keep giving me love and showing me credit for doing these reviews, but I just butcher them. I don't know what it is. I get there, and I think it's because I have to remember panels and bits of text. I'm like, oh yeah, Batman punched something. It's absolute Batman issue 18, and I'll try and give you a cool little look at the cover. We can see Barbara there. We can see obviously Isley, Batman, the Court of Owls, and all that shenanigans. Bit of Gotham and Ivy and shit in the back. Have we got anything else that I'm missing on there? No. Yeah. Batman just, we have that sort of shit at work where like, they make a lot of noise and a lot of dust and it makes me feel sick. But yes, my spoiler-heavy review for Absolute Batman, issue 18, let's go. As I get the book out, where were we last issue? So we know that Batman was on his way to confront Isley. He also had a little bit of a Killer Croc shenanigans to do beforehand. He's getting helped with Alfred, obviously, as he's climbing the tower. We get a look at the backstory of Isley and how she come about and why she's doing all the stuff that she's doing and stuff like that. We kind of get a look into the insight of her and what she actually wants and stuff like that. No, we get a good look at that, don't we? We know, of course, that she was released by Jack, the absolute Joker. What else went down? It feels like it's been weeks ago since we recorded this. We know connections to a bit more as well in this issue. The Court of Owls and Martha Wayne, Bruce's mum. What else did we have? We get some badass moments of Batman just chopping ivies and plants and creatures and monsters that are all down, flamethrower shenanigans, double-handed chainsaw armed shenanigans. And we got a pretty cool fight towards the end, and Isley truly showing herself in this, I guess, what is a proper form that she chooses to take now that she's all fused with all this bollocks and whatnot. So that's where we were, but where are we now? That was a cool little transition. The overall story for there's a one big aspect that I want to look at more than others, but I'll try and remember to briefly go over everything. We know that Martha's away doing some shenanigans with the Court of Owls and whatnot. Again, I will go into details when I get there. I'm trying to recap the actual book for itself. We know that Bruce is continuing to fight Isley. As I flick through the panels, Isley has another little bit again of her backstory and what she's still holding true to herself and all this kind of shit. There's a heart is a big part of this. Bruce still trying to find ways to reconnect with Harvey and Oz. Battle shenanigans, where we have an inner sort of conflict of what this Bruce wants for his Batman and what his Batman was supposed to be and what's holding him back, what should he hold on to, what shouldn't he hold on to, and all this kind of stuff. Some beautiful shit. Like I said, that's what I want to talk about. We get a little mini brief catch up with fucking Harley. Big one in this, Jim knows that Bruce is Batman and he gives it away. It's like there's not many people. How old did he say? Not that many people walking around like 6 foot, whatever his size is. 6'9" and 400 pounds. So he's kind of caught onto it a little bit and stuff. And we know as well from last issue that Jim and Martha are in a relationship, a physical and sexual relationship. I'd be fairly shit myself if I was having sexual intercourse with Batman's mum. I'd be like, I don't know if I could do this because he might just flip out one day and go nuts and kill me. And yeah, the rest of it's mostly just the battle and a question of inside of what Batman needs to be, who he needs to be, maybe kill off Bruce Wayne a bit more and just so heartily become the Bat and shit like that. That's where we are in this one, and it's beautiful, it's amazing, the story continues to be phenomenal. We start off though, that was a horrible little recap, Martha going out into the desert. She's trying to call Bruce, it's Mum. Honey, I'm sure if this message will go, I'm not sure if this message will go through, but I'm going to be out of town for a bit. There are some things I need to take care of, and this is where we learn further down the line, the Court of Owls will pick her up and whatnot, that she actually was you know, part of the Court of Owls. I think it's actually says that she was a talent at some point in this. And when we kick straight into just minging, horrible, planty, disgusting, gooey, get away from me, fungal minginess. Looks badass, but it's disgusting. And we see Bruce fending off again, still trying to ask Alfred for weaknesses, ways in, all this kind of shit. And Alfred keeps saying about how the different pollen and all that kind of shit, the spores in the air can be infected with the signal and stuff. And then we get this little look of a heart that remains of Isley's mother. Isley's mother, sorry. Isley is the heart, and her mother walking away from the situation and shit. And it's quite nice because she's crying out for her mum to come back and stuff. She's walking away, and you see the heart grow a little, sort of like little minging ivy thing there to hit the glass and be like, "No, mummy, come back," which is a bit minging and horrible and sad and disgusting. Another badass shot. Some of this absolute Batman imagery for this, especially this fight, has just been fucking brutal and peak and awesome and just so badass. Minginess, absolute minginess. Batman's just slashing. Look at that. Look at the state of that. It's fucking disgusting. We get a lot of dialogue between Isley saying to Batman, you know, come on, I can make you whole, I can make you proper, I can, you know, we can grow together, we can take control of the city, we can help people, but, you know, do it this way, blah, blah, blah. And obviously Batman's like, nah, fuck this. But once again, a little catch up with trying to see where Killer Croc is. We're at the Iceberg Lounge, keep trying to get hold of Oz, Harvey, Riddler, and all that kind of shit. We did actually get some images. I won't say anything yet because I want to react to it first properly with you guys of what Oz is going to look like, and Harvey Dent, absolutely badass. And then we get back to the fight, and again, it's just more back and forth. Do this, you should be like this, we should help people. I can do this, I can help you get rid of Jack, you know, absolute Joker and stuff. Just fucking minging in there. It's fucking disgusting. And then blah, blah, blah. Again, more of the interaction. There's Martha. This is a little bit of a side story, which I'm curious as to where we go with this. Not as bothered when we get to something else in this, because again, remember at the start of the issue, Marv is trying to get hold of her son, Bruce, and trying to speak to him quickly and whatnot. I think it was going to be away. And then we get some, like I said, here's some different shots of him trying to show up the facade of pretending that he's working. This Harley coming in doing some bits and bobs. Down at the bottom there, we get Dick. That's Bruce there talking at the bottom about... So he's saying, I smile, tell them another time because they're asking him to come out. I hope they can't see my fists shaking. I look at the sidewalk. They're 200 years old. He's just talking about, again, like inner battles, the past history, and this kind of shit. Some more of Mr. Little Dickhead right there. I can't wait till more of that unfolds. Disgusting. Fucking disgusting. I'm not reviewing this. I'm just going, this is the next part of this. This is where we get the dialogue between Jim and Bruce about, you know, he knows who he is, all this kind of shit. He does try to give us advice. Any advice from me? Nope. No way. I'm just an old man in love with your mum, son. But I'll give you the advice someone else gave me when I was in a similar situation to yours. Someone much smarter than me. And then I'll get you. Oh, fuck, what was the next page? I'll get you to the actual advice. Oh, it's there. It's fucking hell. The advice come from his daughter, and we know that she's been trying to help Batman. He kicked her off the building in the last issue. But I'll get to what the advice is because it hits a bit hard. So that has him saying my daughter on the next page. We get back to the fighting, and we get back to Martha talking at the talents. Can I give you some actual? Can I give you some of the actual thing showing her the actual dialogue of her being part of the Court of Owls? Here's her talking about what they used to do. No, it's not. We stood for something once, remember. We were the ones who fought back from the shadows against the rich and powerful. So she's talking about the earlier days of the Court of Owls and what she used to be and stuff. Back to more just absolute badass fighting. Bruce, at this point, is telling Isley, he's like, I know that you're not completely in there. When you tried to bond with me before and it nearly happened, I know you haven't completely destroyed everything. You kept your heart. You were the one last thing that attaches you to your mother and all this kind of shit. Destroy the spores or I'll destroy your heart. Yes, you'll regrow and you'll still keep living, but that part of you connected to your mother will be gone. And she's like, all right, fine. And they make a deal. And she's like, I'll stop it. I'll stop doing it. I won't do it. Here's Jim's advice. She said, Dad, a tree grows tallest when you care for its roots. I guess you could take that. However you want. You could say take care of Bruce as opposed to Batman, or take care of Batman more and leave Bruce. Make Batman be the root of this. like I said, you could look at that in any sort of different ways. And then we carry on, but we get this amazing moment of Isley saying, yeah, don't worry, right, I'll destroy the spores. Look, they're gone, boom, 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 boom. Just don't destroy my heart. And Batman's like, all right, no worries, sweet, spot on for destroying them. I don't really give a shit, though. Quaboom, there's your heart destroyed. Fuck you. And it's like, oh my God. He's like said to her, because even Barbara. Well, yeah, Barbara Gordon. She says to him, maybe you should take that. This is one about his fucking helmet. Batman, what happened back there? You destroyed her heart anyway, Batman. And he's kind of not saying anything. She says about taking his helmet. She said to fight what's coming, I needed to evolve. I just took her advice. Maybe we all should. And then he's just like, after defeating Isley, and then going to get back on his word, is saying that and just leaving off a building saying like, yep, see you later, people. Yeet, bye-bye. And of course we get some shenanigan, Riddler, whatnot stuff down here. I mean, I haven't seen any official images of Riddler yet, but again, I am very curious. On as well, the big one, Wayland at the bottom here, looking like more his normal self, whether we stay that way or whatever happens. He's going to have at least one ally on his side, which I'm very much looking forward to. But then this whole thing we've been talking about, because I'm going to show you this panel in a sec, this picture, because it's a fucking badass image. I give the dialogue now. It says, Bruce, it's Mum. Honey, I'm... delete message. That's Bruce talking to his phone. We've been getting this clinging on to stuff, clinging on to his past, clinging on to Bruce. What is the image of Batman? What does he need to do? Isley telling him to evolve, destroying the heart and shit. This Batman has now officially gone and not tethered, but cut most ties to him about his connection of Bruce and his family and friends. His friends keep ignoring him. Okay, fuck you. His mum's away, whatever. Okay, fuck that. What do I need to do? Be a better Bruce or a better Batman? Taking advice from God, blah, blah, blah. And we get this, deleting the message from his mum and all this kind of shit. This ready to go to war, ready to do what he needs to do to defend Gotham and the people of Gotham and defeat all enemies coming in any way, shape, and form with his battle axe at hand, the cape going around, delete message, overlooking Gotham. Oh my God, this absolute Batman has literally evolved and he's become more of the Bat. He's become more of this absolute Batman, and he's ready to evolve and just take on all comers head first. Fuck what happens. Fuck if there's any casualties, I'm guessing. Fuck what happens to friends and family. Fuck any loved ones. He doesn't care. He's here to be a monster in itself, and this monster is the Bat. We've seen all of these classic Batman villains and then soon to be villains like Oz and Bane and all that kind of shit. Well, Bane is a villain. We've seen them evolve and be monsters and mutations of themselves. And it's as if this Batman is a mutation of himself. Instead of Bruce having that sort of dial about the balance, it's like this one's gone just way over there to the Batman and leaving the Bruce shit just straight over there. It's like he is a mutation of what Batman is and should be and stuff. But fuck me, it's awesome. I absolutely fucking love it. There is no more things to talk about. It's like, yeah, just God, amazing, beautiful, fantastic shenanigans, and we've seen him evolve and evolving even more. I can't wait. I said this at the end of the video, I think. I can't wait to see how much further we go, where we're going to go. It's fucking awesome. I love it. This absolute Batman read has been phenomenal. Visuals, there is my review for Absolute Batman issue 18. I think 19's out on the 8th of April at the time of recording, so it'll be out for me, again, at the time of recording, it won't be out for a little while, like 4 weeks away or something. But anyway, let me know what you think of my review. Let me know what you think of the issue. And let me know what you think of the story so far. Sorry that I sometimes do butcher it, trying to break everything down and all this kind of shit, because I probably do destroy it. But anyway, visuals, once again, there is another edition of Superhero Wednesday, another Absolute Batman review. And more importantly, thank you so much for watching. And always keep being you and keep on all web slinging on.